I could describe Ngarendare forest, I would say beauty, charm, and adventure. Listening to the waters swishing over the rocks joyfully and thundering down into a blue clean pool is just magical. Moreover, the earthy and sweet smell of the plants around pick up your spirits and you might just plunge into the attractive pool.
We have swimming. In this pool and in 5 others, we encourage our guests who know how to swim as well. And we also provide a guide to lead the guests through that. So swimming and canyoning is one of the things that we do here. But mostly for locals and normal tourists, they'll just do the swimming here. But if we have teams like from the British Army, they will go down, down, down up to the waterfall because it's part of their training. So those are some of the things you'll get to see here.
Whereas the name Garendare has a meaning, a nature lover can loosely translate its meaning to no end of adventure.
Ngarendare is a Maasai name. Ngare means water, Ontare is goats. So it means water for the goats. And behind me you will see a fall. It's the source of Ngarendare River, which is a vast aquifer. We have no source upstream. And we believe this spring is fed by Mount Kenya. And this is where, from time immemorial, the Maasais of this place have been getting water for their goats. And you can see there are blue pools. And the blue pools are naturally blue, not because of anything. And it is one of the things that we were gifted by God. And among other things, we have 6 pools and a waterfall downstream. Amazing features in this forest.
This lush indigenous forest is located at the foothills of Mount Kenya and is a corridor that links the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy and northern Kenya to Mount Kenya Forest Reserve. This path has been one which elephants have been using for centuries.
All the big 5 are here, and we have a migratory corridor that connects us to Mount Kenya and to Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. So all the big 5 are here. You can see them anytime, and you're free to come here for a ride, for a hike. We will give you a guide to take you around. You will be pleased to have all these features at your site. We have ecotourism sites in this forest. Ngarendare forest is an indigenous forest, purely indigenous, on the northern slopes of Mount Kenya. And here you'll find trees like the podo, the red cedar, you'll find olea, and also you'll find the donea. And among other things, you'll find wildlife.
Today, many activities can be enjoyed here.
From the entry to this point, it's 3.5 kilometers. So we can have hikes, but mostly they are guided with an armed ranger, because occasionally we meet wildlife on the way, which it's good to have an armed ranger. So we have hikes. But if you have a four-wheel drive, you can do a drive all the way up to this point and back. And you can see as much. For bird lovers, Ngarendare Forest is such a nice place. You can see turacos, you can see sunbirds, you can see trogons. You'll find all these birds here, and it's a nice and amazing place.
Among these epic rendezvous not to miss in this forest is the Canopy Walk. Peter Kiptanui tells you why.
Pride in having the longest canopy walk in Eastern Central Africa at some points, 450 meters. And the canopy walk is just a bridge over the forest where you can see wildlife and the vegetation from 40 feet high. And at the end of it, we have a platform where on not so a busy day, you can have your lunch at the end of that walk on the canopy.
At the end of the bridge is a nice wooden deck overlooking the forest, and it's perfect for sharing a meal, picnics, a spot for beautiful moments to be captured. Much more to this, any natural seeker of wonders should consider camping at Garendare, but you are advised to make a prior booking before a visit here.
We welcome our guests who are usually advised to book in advance because we have so many groups who want to visit here. And why they want to visit? Because, as I told you, it's unique. The things you find here, you don't find them elsewhere easily. And what we pride in, we have a rock. So we do rock climbing, but most guests have to come with their climbing gear for the rocks.
In a day, we can handle up to a maximum of 50 groups, and most of our clients are domestic as well as international clients. We partner with the lodges around who bring us mostly international clients who come from Germany, UK, China, France, from all over. We have so many groups coming, and because so many people have heard about Garendara, so you can find that in a day we are having so many groups coming, those who have it booked, and we have that challenge of allocating each group for a guide, because now the groups that come in exceed the number of guides we have. So we find that it becomes a little bit challenging, so that's why we actually advise our visitors to always book in advance, so to avoid that inconveniences.
At the starting point of your visit, you will first get a detailed briefing of the forest and the activities you will embark on. Sign a consent form before Pius Mugambi sets you on your merry way to exploring.
Whenever the visitors come, I first confirm their bookings. After confirming their bookings, I take them through the signing of the indemnity form. Indemnity form is this book that we have here. It has some of the rules and regulations that you have to follow in the forest, and for your own safety, you sign here. Then from there, you do the payments. I write a receipt for you. And if you've paid a deposit, I just confirm the deposit, I write the receipt for you. Then I direct you to the point where you find the rangers who are ready waiting for you to take you around to the forest. So you're very much welcome to the forest. Please, I'd like you to sign for me the indemnity form. And the indemnity form, you will write both your names. But first, before you sign, you can have a look at the rules and the regulation. You can just go through the thing. You read it. If you are okay with that, then you carry on. You write both your names, ID or passport, sign and date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually start our day here from 8 a.m. in the morning, and we close around 5:30 p.m. in the evening.
In the 1980s, farmers came into regular clashes with the wildlife and the forest treasures. In an attempt to alleviate human-wildlife conflict, the forest was fenced and a concession management agreement between the Kenya Forest Service and Garendare Forest Trust was signed to ensure sustained conservation of this gem.
Ngarendare forest also is not a big forest. It's only 5,500 hectares. And all these things are just in here. So it's like a melting pot. Everything good is here in a small forest, but we want to make sure that we have a value chain. We have our guests coming here. They come and see what we got. They pay something small, which we plow back to conserve the forest and reach out to the community with benefits. Benefits, for example, we give bursaries to students from the community. We do water projects for the community. We do tree planting and energy conservation with the surrounding community.
Having grown in this region, the forest is dear to Peter, and conserving it is one of the best things to do.
Myself, I was born and raised near a tropical rainforest. So coming to Ngarendare forest, which is more of a mountain, it's a transitional forest. It's nice to be in a forest setup, but the big part here is we enjoy tourism sites and we have facilities which can handle guests. For me, coming here to do swimming is amazing. To do the canopy walk is just thrilling. And it's high up there. If you are phobia for heights, it's a place to be. You can kill your fears when you're up there.
Naitwa Nancy Wambugu, mkazi wa Ngarendare. Najivunia kuwa mmoja wa wale ambao wanahifadhi mazingira, hasa utunzaji wa misitu.
For their tremendous contribution to tourism and conservation, this hotspot has been acknowledged with awards.
We were recognized by Ecotourism Kenya in 2015 and 2014 as the best conservancy of the year under the Eco Warrior Awards. We've also been recognized by Ecotourism Kenya in 2019 under the social impact category having worked with the different communities surrounding the forest, we've been able to support them and develop them, and they've seen the benefits of conserving the forest. So that's why we were recognized as being under the social impact category.
Pius and Joy also enjoy working in this kind of environment.
Dealing with the visitors, that's a good experience whereby you deal with people from different dialects. That's where you have to interact with people from different places. You get to know each other, you make new friends. That's the nice point of the thing.
I've been with Garendara for close to 4 years, and my experience has been amazing because I've got to meet with different people, different tourists. I've connected with nature because I love being around a beautiful place like this one. And I've learned a lot being in Garendara Forest.
For adventure seekers that travel far to see the majesty of old ruins, mountains, forests, and great waterfalls, this is just a reminder that wonder is all around us, and Garendare is no exception.
You're very much welcome in Garendare Forest. It's a natural forest where you have we practice nature tourism. You are all welcomed in the forest. Thank you very much.